This video is a part 2 of my previous video in which I was talking about how to renew your NIE or residence permit for students in Spain, and this is the link which will be mentioned also in the description box, as well as the part 1 of this video. So in case you haven't seen it, you might want to go back and check those. To operate here, you would need your digital certificate as well as auto firma, which is digital signature, and also I'm going to put the description link for those two videos in the description box below, so that in case you haven't seen those or you don't know what are those, you can go back and check those and come back to this video again. So without any further ado, let's get started with this website. When you are here, this is natively in Spanish, but because of live Google translation, it is being translated in English. So you need to get to alienism, and then after that you get to the last menu, so-called Mercurio applications for authorizations of aliens and contribution, whatever it is. You just click here, and then you would read through it and you can see what can be done and what cannot be done here. Everything, you can pause the video and have a look, or whenever you are doing it yourself. Now I'll click on this button, and here you can also check a lot of other things like submitting application for renewals, all the forms and any other information you can go through, read through, queries and suggestions, everything you can check out. So let's continue, and here we will click on this button. System will then confirm your digital certificate and will bring you to this page. Here you can click on continue presentation. If you have an existing file already, then you can click on this button, but in my case, or in a new case, you will click on this button. Here you will click on this submit a new application and choose the province you would like to submit your application in. So in my case, for example, it's going to be Asturias, and we will click continue. It is now going to verify my signatures, and because I have all that software, it was necessary to have it installed already, so that was a good thing to have it already. Now because we want to send our application to the immigration, so we will click this option, EX00, application for authorization of stay and extension. If you remember, this application was being filled manually when you are applying in person, but in online, in case of online presentation, you would just click it and you would fill it online. Same thing, but you just do it online. Okay, we will continue. Here we can just fill this whole application online. It has 4 parts: data, presenter details, notification address, type of authorization, and you will just keep continuing until you reach to the end. After clicking continue from the previous page, you will be brought to this next page. Here you will also fill in a lot of other details and will click continue. After that, you'll be brought to this page where you will see notification address. You can check these things and then also fill out and click continue. Before continue, you will also consent that communication and notifications are made by electronic means, which means that you will be notified whenever your resolution is ready. At last, you will see the type of authorization that you are applying, so you can check if it is initial or it's an extension. Here you can either choose this one or this one, which says holder of authorization to stay for studies, student exchange, research or training, because it is Article 40 and it also correlates with the same thing, holder of authorization to stay. So I'm sorry for this one, for higher studies. So yeah, we can choose that one. And then I do not consent the consultation of my data documents that are in presentation of the we consent it, so it is okay. these assumptions cannot be made electronically. So yeah, we'll keep that, and then only this way. What is the reason that you are going to extend? So use Google Translator and put your reason. So for example, if I want to put visa or studies, you know, whatever, I can put studies. This is my reason for extension, and I would conclude it by clicking this button. And it says that if I want to submit it, and then yes, we can submit that. Once submitted, you'd be able to see this paper, so-called submission of application electronically, and you can now either download the application if in case you still want to go to immigration yourself, or you can complete the process online, which was the intention from the beginning, right? That is why we have come so far to do it online. So here we will now click electronic filling or electronic filing. We will do it and we will finish electronically to save time, of course. Here there is some declaration. You would click here and then accept. And now on this page you will be able to submit all the corresponding documents to your application. So what would you do is to for example, click here, and then you can, for example, this is one of my supporting document. If you remember, I had mentioned a lot of documents, so I will click here, and then I can also choose which document it is. For example, if this is my police character certificate, this is all as an example I'm trying to mention. Attach it, and then it shows up here. So the same way you will click again and then attach more documents, right? So you will attach all those documents that have been mentioned in my last video. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend going back and checking the documents list, including the payment slip that you will also attach here at this stage. So you should come here only when you are ready to apply and you have all the documents completed. So after all that, you will click continue. You will have list of documents that are being submitted. So after you have clicked continue, here you would be able to see that your application is going to be registered. So registration of the application entry, you can download PDF with the data to be registered. So here you would scroll down, and at the end you would see sign and register. After clicking, it asked for signature, which we have done. After that, this is the end of your process. You can also download the copy and download the receipt. No need to do anything further. You just can click on this button, and you can also click this log out or get out. Now let's say 5 days have been passed and you are waiting for your resolution to come back. You will now click on this button and click with digital certificate or clave. Once in, you will be able to click on this button which says my files, and here you'll be able to see your files. Now because I have some personal information here, which is like my 2 files here, so I'm not going to expose that here, but yes, this is how you would be able to find the outcome or the resolution of your process. And once your resolution will show up here, you can also take a printout, and with that you can go to Policia office for your fingerprints. Alternatively, you can also come back to this page again and click on this button where you can check the status of your application by filling the application ID, submission date, nationality, and the year of birth. Alright, so that's how you do it. I'll see you in the next one.